Hey you guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am iteshamarie. So today I am going to be using new makeup products that I recently picked up. Some of these I picked up during the Sephora sale. Some of these aren't actually like new products that were just released. They're just products that are new to me and that I'm using for the first time. One of the products that I am going to be using is the new Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 eyeshadow palette. A few more things. So if you guys are interested in seeing me use all new makeup products to create this look, then make sure you keep watching. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is start out with skin. And to moisturize my skin today, I use the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. Now I am going to be using my Danessa Myricks product. We have the Yummy Skin Glow Serum as well as the Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. These are kind of the two newest foundation and primer products that I picked up. I'm going to take the Glow Serum and I picked up the shade Juice Boost. It's the darker of the two shades that she released. I'm just putting some on my fingers and rubbing it in between my fingertips, and I'm just gonna put it right on my skin. So I don't know if you guys are able to tell, but this primer is very moisturizing and it does provide a nice glow. It's not too shimmery or anything. So now I'm going to use the Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. I am in the shade 19G and I love this because it comes in this little squeeze tube. I'm just gonna put some right here on the back of my hand, and I'm not gonna go in with a lot of foundation today just because I want to keep my coverage pretty light. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on. Now I will tell you guys that this shade is a little bit warm on me, but once I have like my concealers and powder and everything on, then it looks fine, so I don't really mind. And I'm going to be using my Morphe E63 brush to just go ahead and blend that out. So this is the coverage that it is giving. I do really like these two. I like that you only have to use a tiny little bit of this to get like pretty good coverage. Now you guys can see the coverage that it's giving is really nice. These two work really well together. I love the fact that they're infused with skincare ingredients. Like, I love that for my skin. I love it if I have makeup that is also going to be helping my skin. So now we're going to go ahead and get into concealer. The concealer that I am using today is coming from LYS Beauty. It is their Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. And this one I picked up in the shade DG6. It's a little bit darker. It's actually a lot a bit darker than I thought it was. It was really hard for me to choose a shade on the website. This is more of like a spot correcting shade for me, but it's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and put it under my eyes, and then I'm gonna use my McGRATH concealer to brighten for my highlights. And I did use this for the very first time yesterday, and I really liked the way that it looked. I'm only using a little bit. Now I do like the applicator on this concealer. It's like a doe foot, but it's very small and it's pointed at the top. So I feel like it's very nice to get down like the center, the bridge of your nose, like to kind of get in those inner corners. The only thing that I kind of have an issue with getting it in here, like getting it back into the tube, it feels like it's gonna break because the top of the tube is so tight and it's like a struggle to kind of push it back in. But other than that, I do like this concealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. Before I go in with my McGRATH concealer, I did want to show you guys how this concealer looks. Like, I had it right here under my eyes. I didn't put it down the bridge of my nose because it's not a highlighting shade, but I do have it like around my mouth to conceal some of that darkness that is around my mouth. It blended out very easily and it is giving coverage. Now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight with my McGRATH concealer, and then I'll be right back. So before I go and set the rest of my face with powder, I am going to show you guys a blush. So this is the Danessa Myricks Dewy Cheek and Lip Palette, but I did buy both palettes because I really like the pinks in this one, but I also like the shades in this one too, and I feel like I could use both of them on my lips. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and it is called Wallflower. And this is my first time using this blush shade. We are gonna see how it looks. Okay, that's pretty. It's like a really pretty natural type of pink. I like that. And I don't know why I didn't wait to set my under eyes before I put this, until I put this blush on, but it's too late now. But it does seem to be working pretty good on top of the powder. That's one of the things that I do find about Danessa Myricks like cream products, is that they do work on top of powder. And I love like how dewy they are, like they're everything. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty with the Patrick Ta eyeshadow. I set the rest of my face with my Laura Mercier translucent medium deep powder. And now we are going to go ahead and get into this Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 eyeshadow palette. This is the rose one. If you guys did not watch my previous video, this is how the palette looks. She has 5 metallics, 5 mattes, and 2 cream shadows. I think I am going to go in with this shade right here. I think this shade is called Amour. I am going to take this Morphe M514 brush and I'm going to go in with this shade. So I'm just going to kind of put it in my crease and just kind of buff it out all over my crease. That's a really pretty shade. That's already quite pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. I hope you can, but it's a really pretty wash of like a nice pink shade. So now I'm gonna go in with the darker shade here on the end, and that one, I think the one that I just used is called Devotion, and the one I'm gonna use is called Amour. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that like on my outer V, just to kind of deepen it up some. Now I don't know what shade I want to put on my actual eyelid. So there are these 3 lighter matte shades here, but there are also these shimmers at the top. And I haven't swatched any of these, so I don't know how they're gonna look on my skin. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and swatch them now and we'll see how they look together. So let's swatch the matte ones first because those are the easiest to rub off of my fingers. So I'm gonna go from lightest to the darkest, which isn't really dark, but. So that's the lightest one. Okay, these are swatching really nicely, actually. Wow, I'm impressed. So those are the mattes. Those look really, really good. And now I'm gonna swatch these shimmers. They're so soft, like so soft. So this is like the light golden shimmer shade. And then we have, oh, that's pretty. They're almost like toppers. This is how they're looking. I think I'm gonna go in. All right, so first I'm gonna go in with this like medium tone pink shade, and I think that one's called Heartache. And I'm just gonna put that right on my lid. You know what, y'all? I think I'm gonna use this dark cream shadow right here as a liner. I think I'm gonna put that dark shadow on top of it just to kind of set it. This is how the eyes are looking. I feel like they look cute. So I did add the little pop of highlight in my inner corner, and then on my bottom lash line I used the darkest matte shade just to kind of give under my eyes just a little bit of color. But let's go ahead and get into the lips. For the lips today, I am going to be using a new lip product. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me because I just picked it up and I've never used this before. This is the Pat McGrath Flesh 6 lip gloss. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with my KKW lip liner. I'm waiting for her to like come back out with the makeup because her lip products were phenomenal, right? And I feel like this color is actually going to tie in perfectly with the rest of the look because it's all giving like that mauvey pinky type of vibe, and that is what this shade looks like. But I haven't tried it on my lips yet, so let's see. Ooh, that's cute. It feels nice too. All right, so that is the final look. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on all of the new products that I used on my face today. For the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin primer and foundation, so I do really like those. The thing I love about the primer is that you can use that even without makeup. Like you can do that with pretty much all primers, but I feel like that primer is really gonna make your skin look really hydrated and just give it like this really beautiful glow. Like if you want to go for a no makeup type of look, I feel like you could use that product by itself and it's gonna look really pretty. And the foundation is really nice. I would say that I feel like she could improve on the shade range. The shade that I use is like a perfect match for me, but the undertone is just like a little bit too warm. It does work. Like once I put on my concealer, my powder and everything, it did work. I do enjoy the foundation though. Like it's a really nice foundation. I would definitely use it again. The Danessa Myricks blush, the Dewy cheek and lip palette, I do really like that. However, I do feel like the shade that I used today, I should probably set it with a powder that is like the same color, like a powder blush that's the same color, because I feel like as the day goes on, it is definitely going to disappear. Like as I'm looking in the mirror, I can already like barely see it. Like right now, it still looks pretty and it still looks like really natural, but I already know like in an hour or two, it's gonna be nowhere to be found. But I do like it. I do wanna try it as a lip product too and see how that looks, because I feel like that's gonna be really pretty as like a sheer wash of color on the lips. The LYS Beauty Concealer blended like an absolute dream. That product is so pretty. The coverage is really, really nice. Like I feel like I only used a little tiny bit and it went a long way. So it's definitely a full coverage concealer, but it doesn't look cakey. That one also has some skincare ingredients in it, so we love a skincare infused product. We also love a black owned products. Danessa Myricks and LYS Beauty are both black owned products if you guys did not already know. So the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette, I love it. Like I really do love it. It's super pigmented. As you guys saw, like as I was putting it on my eyes, the colors showed up. I did not put a base down, a primer down or anything on my eyelids before I used the eyeshadow palette, and the colors went on really, really nicely. Like they blended super easily. I'm not surprised because the first Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette that I got was the same way. Like the quality is definitely there. And then as for the Pat McGrath lip gloss, so as I'm talking to you guys, I felt it kind of beating up a little bit. Like as I was opening and closing my lips, like I kind of felt it beating up where I had to like wipe it, because it was doing like that weird stringy thing that we don't like our lip glosses to do. I don't know, like I don't know. I'm gonna have to wear it a couple more times to see how I really feel about it. I like the color. The color payoff is really nice and it went on really nice, but we're gonna have to see about you, Miss Pat. I'm not gonna tell y'all to buy this just yet. So yeah, that was my little mini review of all of the new-ish products that I recently picked up. I hope that this was helpful to you guys if you were considering purchasing any of these products. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in and sticking around with me today. And if you have not already, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of content. Make sure you have your post notifications turned on so that you don't miss it anytime I upload a new video. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye.